2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 9th inning. Arizona 4-2. Sewell delivers. Line drive, short left, but there to make the play, Lourdes Gurriel. And the Arizona Diamondbacks pull off the most improbable 3-game sweep, an upset of the Dodgers. They win tonight 4-2. The Dodgers finish the regular year 16 in front of the D-backs. But the Diamondbacks come up with 3 consecutive victories, and the Dodgers go home with nothing.
Improbable is an understatement. The great Charlie Steiner. Here's Bill Shaikin. He covers the Dodgers on a day-in, day-out basis. LA Times does a wonderful job, and we get a chance to say hello. It's one thing to lose, Bill. It's another thing to get embarrassed. And the Dodgers, a prideful organization. Now, last year, San Diego, it was a big deal to them. Finally beat LA in a series. They got kind of hit with a right hand. I can live with it. This year, I can't. This is a terrible job for this franchise. Let me get your immediate take. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you look and say, well, were the Dodgers competitive in the series, you'd have to say no. Their starting pitchers did not go 5 innings combined in the 3 games. They had an ERA of over 25, and 2 runs a game just isn't going to cut it. So when you have a team that hits 177 and the starters can't get out of the early innings, this is what you get.
100%. I mean, starting pitching is obviously culprit number 1. The Urias thing killed him. No Buehler. I mean, we understand. I didn't think this pitching was this bad. I was stunned that Miller was that bad. We know about Kershaw. How surprised are you? And what is the solution down the road? I know Buehler comes back. What is the solution in 2024 as far as the staff is concerned, Bill? What do you see?
I think you see, in part, a lot of the young pitchers that were thrown into the mix this year because of the circumstances you mentioned. The Dodgers opened the season. Kershaw was in the rotation. He's still there, but he was hurt. He spent some time on the IL during the second half of the season. You had Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin. They got hurt. Julio Urias on the leave list for an investigation about domestic violence. They had hoped Walker Buehler might come back. He did not. Noah Syndergaard was signed. They didn't even make it through the whole season with him. They love their rookies. They threw him into the fire this year. They started a rookie second baseman instead of getting a veteran. He didn't make it through the season. They started a rookie center fielder who was great, James Outman. So in a weird way, it was a rebuilding year in which the Dodgers won 100 games. The rebuilding part, maybe, they made some progress. But October, when the Dodgers are actually planning to go on a run to get to the World Series, certainly no progress.
100%. How big a hit is this for the franchise in your eyes, Bill? They've lost 7 consecutive playoff games. I know they won the World Series in a pandemic year, but no parade. How's that? Since 1988. And, I mean, this is bad. I mean, they lost to a team that they were 16 or 17 games better than in a regular season. And as you just said, they didn't lose. They got destroyed. This is very important. This is an embarrassing defeat for a prideful organization. Tell me about that psychological hit. Let me hear.
The Dodgers have maintained for many years now that the playoffs are a crapshoot. That's no surprise. Billy Beane taught us all that 20 years ago. But that their best chance to win a World Series is not to go all in any given year. It's to try to get to the playoffs as often as you can, because once you get in, anything can happen. And of course, for the last 2 years, as you mentioned, Chris, anything can happen is what happened to the Dodgers, to get beat by teams that you won the division by 22 games over the Padres, 16 games over the Diamondbacks. So I think the question the Dodgers have to ask, they've asked this before, but I think with more intensity now is that really the best way to win a World Series? Because the Dodgers have been in the postseason 11 straight years. It's amazing. Dodger Stadium is packed every year. You're never coming to a game in September and saying, oh, my team's out of it. But if the idea is to win the World Series and you've tried this 11 times and you've won once, I think you at least have to ask the question, is this really the best way to maximize your chance to win the World Series?
And, Bill, here's the question I'm going to ask Mr. Friedman and anybody else, including our little pal up there in Oakland, about playoffs are a crapshoot. Well, then how come Houston has made the ALCS 7 straight times? Not a crapshoot to them. They win every year. Every playoff game, boom, they win. Pennants, World Series. How come it's not a crapshoot to Houston, but it's a crapshoot to all these other teams who lose? What would Mr. Friedman say about that?
I think you'd say the Astros have a good team, but you make a very good point because there was a lot of talk in the Dodgers clubhouse last night, not so much in terms of players saying this, but in terms of reporters asking about the long layoff. Maybe the long layoff affected the Dodgers. They had 5 days off. You know, look at what happened to the Orioles, same thing. Braves might go out in the first round again. But you make a great counterpoint, Chris, the Astros. And remember, long layoffs are not a new thing just because the playoff format changed, because you've always had the chance that if you sweep the LCS, you might sit for 5 days before the World Series starts. The Nationals did that in 2019. They won. It's something you have to deal with, and the Dodgers and some other teams are going to have to figure that out.
100%. I'm assuming Roberts is safe. How about Kershaw? 13-5, in and out regular season. When he was healthy, he pitched well. An atrocious postseason start. I know the team loves him. He's a classy guy. Are they going to bring Kershaw back? Does Kershaw want to pitch in 2024?
They'll certainly bring him back if he wants to come back. The Dodgers have been very good with Clayton Kershaw over the last few years and said, look, take all the time you need, because he wants to sit every year and go year to year. He doesn't want to sign a long-term deal anymore. And he's always said either I'll retire, I'll play for the Dodgers, or I'll play for the Texas Rangers. Now, over the years, as Clayton has said, he appreciates the chance the Dodgers give him to win every year. He doesn't take it for granted. He knows most teams don't have a chance to win every year. But all of a sudden, the Rangers are an attractive option. They're in the LCS. The Dodgers are not. So first, I think for Clayton, it's how's his health? Is he going to have any surgery on his shoulder? Is he going to be fine? What's their standing there? And then if he thinks he's healthy enough to pitch, I think he'll have a tough choice between the Dodgers and the Rangers.
Good job there, Bill. We'll get in touch throughout the year, the off year, and the whole 9 yards with Ohtani. Thanks for a few minutes here. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you coming on.
All right. Thank you.